Hello everyone. Today is day 2 of Leetcode 75 challenge. Let's begin with the second question. Problem number is 1071. Greatest common divisor of strings. The level of the problem is easy. I would request you to read the question beforehand, as I will directly dive into the summary of the question and explain it to you in the easy way. So yeah, let's understand the question. The problem says that you are given two strings, string 1 and string 2. You have to find the largest string x such that x which we find should divide both the string 1 and string 2. A string x divides string if s, which is the string, is formed by repeating x multiple times. This part I will explain as we move to the approach. So yeah, basically this question is asking we have to find a common ground between the two strings so that it is able to divide this string completely and this string completely, right? Okay. The constraints of the problem is given as 1 to 100, 1 to 1000, and everything will be in caps. Now let's understand the input output. So here, since string 1 is given as ABC and string 2 ABC, output is ABC. How? If we see the common ground of ABC, 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 and ABC is ABC, right? So from ABC, we can divide the complete string, right? So therefore, we have taken a common ground ABC, and this can divide this string also and this string also. And if we take another example, lead and string 2 code, there is no common ground as such so that this string could be divisible by this or vice versa or anything if we find the common ground between them. So we get the empty output. Now, what is the intuition of the program? The problem is essentially about finding the largest repeating pattern or the substring that can divide both strings perfectly, right? So basically we have to find the common ground between the given two strings. This is similar into finding the greatest common divisor, GCD, the very most common topic of Leetcode, GCD. So which can be applied, and here in this case instead of applying on the numbers we will be applying it on the strings, right? Okay, so let me explain you what is GCD. Let's take GCD of two numbers. Let's take GCD of two numbers, which is 12 and 18. GCD is 6. How? Let's see. Vector of 12 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12, right? Factors of 18 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18 itself. Now, common in both these common two factors, the common ground is 1, 2, 3, 6, and 6. 1, 2, 3, and 6. And the greatest of all these fours is 6. So, we got 6 as the GCD of 12 and 18. So, this is the concept of GCD which we will be applying on the strings. Now let's understand the approach. First, we have to check whether if a common divisor exists or not, right? So a divisor string should be able to form both string 1 and string 2 by repeating itself. So what I'm trying to say here is that string 1, if we remember the example ABC, ABC, this is string 1 and string 2 was ABC, right? Hmm. So what I'm doing here is we will add string 1 plus string 2. So if we add these two strings, string 1 and string 2, what we get? We get ABC, ABC, and ABC, right? And if we do string 2 plus string 1, vice versa, we get the same output itself, right? So, if in the first case itself, if the both strings does not comes out to be same, there is no common divisor or the common ground to be exist. So we cannot do anything in that. So we cannot put the logic of GCD itself. As we saw the example of lead code, lead uh, lead code. This is a string too. S1, S2, right. So if we add this, we will get lead code. Okay, fine. But lead code. But if we do the vice versa, string, this is S1 plus S2, right? What will be S2 plus S1? It will be the vice versa. Code plus code lead, right? So there is no common ground. So to find the GCD. So this is wrong. So we will get the empty string as an output. So this is the check we are doing beforehand. If the test passes, like if you get this, what we're gonna do is that we will find the length of each of the strings here, and out of that, like if the length is here is 6, right? For this 6, and for string 2, let it be 3. So we get the GCD. The GCD of 3 and 6 is 3, right? So what we do from string 1, we slice the string from 0, 1, and 2, right? We get the first 3 characters, and this will be our answer, because the character which we get from the common ground will be able to divide both string 1 and string 2. If string 1 and string 2 can be combined in different orders but don't have match, we will return empty string. Otherwise, the substring from index 0 to GCD of string length of string 1 and string 2 is our answer, which I explained. So yeah, this is the approach of the problem, and we will go with it. This is the code GCD of string. Exactly the same which I explained earlier. This is in Python. So first we check. This is the first check. We return if it is false, right? Then we import the GCD, and this is the output of the common ground. Now the complexity will be log n, and time complexity will be log n, and space complexity will be O of 1. O of 1 because we are not taking any data type or anything to store the answer. We're just returning the answer directly. And by log n, the time complexity of finding GCD is log n. That's all. That's the time complexity and space complexity. Now let's take in the dry run. So yeah, here I've taken the same string itself, right? So what is a dry run, right? If we go A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. So this is string 1, this is string 2, right? Okay. Okay. String 1, string 2. Now what we check, now what we do? We do string 1 plus string 2. We get ABC, ABC, ABC. Okay. Then this, okay. Now what we do, string 2 plus string 1. We get the same string, right? After getting the same string, what we do? We find the common ground. Length, we try to find the length, which is 6. We try to find the length, which is 3. Now, what is the common ground? Common ground is 3, right? So what we do? From 0 to 3, or 2 I say, because while slicing, 3 is not included. We will, from string 1, we will get ABC, which will divide string 1 and string 2. So we get our answer to be ABC. Now let's see the solution in the Leetcode. We zoom. Okay. This is the first check which we will be doing here. String 1, string 2. We have both the strings. If they are not equal, str1 plus str2. Okay. From math, we import gcd. We return str1 gcd. And str1. We'll run the we'll run. Let's see the test case passes. Okay. We get the wrong output here. Yeah, because mistakenly it should be string 2 and it should be string. Okay, now let's run again. Yeah, now let's submit. So yeah, it beats everything. So it's like, so you could find my solution to the problem in my GitHub repo. Thank you, everyone.